Hello, my name is Dasha Monastrenko. I'm the writer, director, and producer of the film Control Escape that I hope you have just watched. It took me 3 months to finish with the final script and carry out the casting, shooting, and editing of the film, and I'm more than satisfied with the result. I came up with the idea for my film when I started to investigate the topic of technological development, and I was extremely influenced by the fact that technologies are evolving with a geometrical progression every day. I started thinking about to what extent we're all dependent on technologies, and although it seems to make our lives easier, that fact made me upset. Therefore, the main issue that is raised in my science fiction film is how terrifying it is to live in the world which is fully controlled by computers. I was inspired to express my concerns on this topic by such films as Black Mirror and Her that carry a similar message. Unlike other science fiction films that include a lot of visual effects, like holograms, I decided to depict their reality in a way that is very close to the actual present. The film doesn't take place in the near future, but it's also not that distant. As I've said, technologies are evolving so fast that we cannot foresee the changes that will appear as soon as in 5 years or 10 years or so. And therefore, I wanted to create the maximum connection between the imaginary world in my film and the real world to influence the audience even more. When I decided to film Control Escape, my intention was to raise awareness among the audience about the issue that I consider to be one of the most actual in the modern world. Therefore, I believe that every person would be able to relate himself to the main character, Elisa. After watching my film, I hope that people will notice even more how everything around them is becoming digital and how often everyone uses their phones. To distribute my film, it would obviously have to pass through the stages of distribution. The target audience for Control Escape is people with age above 16, as I think younger audience would probably not be able to understand the ideology behind the film. I would want my film to be easily accessed by the audience, and the most obvious way is internet. It could be exhibited on Netflix so a lot of people could access it. As the audience will access the film on the computers, they will understand the issue raised in my film right away. Filming Control Escape has been an amazing experience, as it was my first professional project in which I have put all of my focus skills and knowledge. It is obvious that it helped me to develop significant production skills. I was able to learn that every single detail is crucial to make everything work. Take only the metro scene. I had to make sure that the door from the metro wagon stops right in the middle of the shot so the rule of thirds could be applied and the shot looked balanced and symmetrical. I wanted to make all shots look as perfect as technologies could make it. It sounds ironically, but technology is that actually made me able to create my film. During the production of Control Escape, I have been able to learn how the concept of technological convergence works. This term implies that different technologies should be brought together to create the final media product. Hardware technologies that I used included the iPhone, which I used as the camera, and I should admit that iPhone 8 camera has a very good resolution, and the computer that I used to edit the film. The software program I used for editing was Adobe Premiere Pro. I have used other editing programs like Final Cut or iMovie before, but after completing the project, I realized how many more skills I had gained than editing the project. I had to use a variety of special effects to make the impression of technological errors that I used as transitions between the shots, as you may noticed when you were watching my film. And I had to learn how to manipulate the color, as I had to show the contrast between the digital and past worlds. Online media was also useful for me when I was making my research on the conventions of a science fiction movie.